Tara McKeown got her first assist, I believe, a couple games ago. I'm still waiting for her to score. I think that she was very obviously she had a very short preseason. In fact, she finished up at USC and then just joined the team, and then was in the lineup the next week. So she did not have a lot of opportunity to sort of get into the game. She scored a lot of goals at USC. I don't have the numbers in front of me because I'm a bad podcaster, but she did very well at USC in her last year there, and was talked up, I think, by the media and also by the coaching staff at the time as being a player who's going to contribute immediately. Ashley Hatch, as you said, I believe now is in second place in the Golden Boot race. I believe a certain Orlando player of note, who's not Alex Morgan, I believe, is in first place after a pretty torrid stretch during the Olympics. Other players to look out for tonight. Anna Helferty is a revelation at right back. So if you have not had an opportunity to listen to our interview that we did with her 2 weeks ago, make sure you check that out, rfkrefugees.com. Let's get a replay.
Yeah, let's get a replay of that.
The body bigger, or not using the arms to make the body bigger. So it'll be interesting just to see the little bit of a replay here. Fields, you can see just
such great pressure here by McKeown.
McKeown down this right-hand side. Great defensive pressure from McKeown to keep it going. Dive here, find Hatch.
Ooh.
Does come off the arm. It is extended a bit, but
that was not in a natural position, in my opinion.
Decides
that's
in the box.
Still a corner.
The referee decided. That's true. Whatever.
Serviced in by
or anyway.
The strike.
Oh my goodness! What a goal!
Was that?
What a goal! Dorian Bailey, I believe.
Oh, was that Dorian Bailey?
I think so.
And this is
was that Paige? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either.
It must be Paige.
Obviously, head coach not being there, assistant coaches stepping up, talking to players throughout the week, saying
what a goal!
They have so
what a ridiculous goal!
Yeah, Paige Nielsen,
friend of the show, not a friend of the show,
acquaintance
of the show.
You know what? With a goal like that, she can get friend of the show status.
Now, Paige made it known. Oh, good form. Good technique. Paige made it known that she can score goals. She played forward in college. She played forward in Australia.
Oh,
great goal!
Great goal! That's goal. That's early goal of the week. Early goal of the week. By the way, Dadman2 says sleeves are rolled up for Ashley Sanchez.
In this league. Very well could be a front runner
goal
for
of the week.
Goal
of the week from Black and Red United.
So Amanda Dennis facing her first shot in the NWSL.
You love it. You love it when you get the goal of the week on the first game of the week. Oh, I'm not. Were there games last night? I think this was the first one.
Again, yeah,
not even a regular starter.
Minute prediction when you think Trinity's going to come in. Yeah, I hate for it to be on the Trinity Robbins show, but that is an exciting thing that could make this game a little bit more dynamic. So put it in the chat. What minute do you think she comes on?
Sends it forward.
WS
opportunity on the break.
Room to
run.
There
you go.
Nice cut back.
Takarada.
In the box now.
Nice. Oh, that's a penalty.
No
Oh, wow.
Takarada might get called for a
She's going the ball back. How about again?
And play is
stopped. What garbage. What garbage.
How?
Man, she's too strong, apparently. She wasn't allowed to win back the ball, I think is what happened here. Let's watch it.
Let's watch it again.
No, she clipped her on the foot.
Gets lucky here, quite frankly. You can see if we
what if it's just
that down, get stuck in with the initial
I believe that is a bad call.
What?
That is what I believe.
Again, when you're coming onto the pitch, just need to be.
We can't get fined. So
Dadman2 says all ball. Yeah, the camera was streaking a little bit. I have to maybe take a look at that again. But the second one, I think is the one I'm a little more upset. I don't know if the referee was calling because she was playing with it on her feet. That's technically dangerous play, but it seemed like she was getting up. So, yeah.
So far, we've got some predictions here. 65th, 70th minute says wrists for Trinity. 63-59 going for the Price is Right move by Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yep.
59th minute for Morty Renee and 68th minute for MK.
It's a good response from
Gum is not food. Did not like that. No call. We agree.
Opportunity in and around the box. So Houston,
we're going for the G rating over
coming
here.
from these corner kicks.
All right, this Spirit, the red alarm. I mean, it sounds like they have an alarm in the stadium, so that should be blaring because the Spirit have been horrible at defending corners all season long. So hopefully not again.
Yep.
Aubrey hates talking about goals conceded off corners, but
it's taken loose in the box.
So
and now
rolling around in there a little bit. 60-second minute prediction for triple-digit 1.
Oh, good win.
Hit the floor.
Here we go. Odd man break. Here we go.
Early ball. Nope, not going to play it.
She's got McKeown to her left, 2 players to her right. Houston keeps
Tori.
the shot.
Okay, Tori.
Who called the Houston goal? Who called the Houston goal?
Somebody called it.
Regular season
I just
career
clapped very
match.
loudly. My child is sleeping like 9 feet
And
through
the
the wall.
veteran puts
That's
Houston
a
up 2-0.
that's a
Houston goal. I think that was Morty. Yeah, that was Morty Rennie there.
Brilliant
Morty Rennie with the call.
Houston. She's not only a
Morty
leader
Renee
on
gets
the
a
pitch,
RFK
off the
refugee
pitch,
sticker.
but she has
If you
moments like it's great
producer
initial
Brian, if you
defending
can
from
whisper
Jamia
her
Fields,
on
but
Twitch,
then
we'll
it's
get her
3v1.
address and send her a sticker.
Someone
Yep.
needs to step.
Definitely get
Someone
that
needs
sticker
to
for
put
that
pressure on
prediction.
Houston.
Worth it.
It opens up like the Red Sea, but it's a
You gotta-
brilliant
so now we've got
strike. Puts
two-
it
They
in
literally,
the
they
goal.
literally just Houston
Driven
just waltz
into
in
the
there.
goal, into the
I think-
corner, has no chance from the goalkeeper. A brilliant
Wow.
strike to put Washington
I was
up 2-0
I was
on the
upset
road.
that she did not play in the early
What
ball
a
on the
run
left
from
left wing there.
Houston.
I was too.
Assist on that.
Shows you how much
She
we
assisted
know.
herself, dribbling all the way from the back.
So 2 goals from the.
Didn't they always say 2 goals is a dangerous lead? Isn't that the most dangerous lead?
Yeah, they always talk about that. So apparently for DC, 3 goals is a dangerous lead for DC United. That is. But, I'm not sure about the Spirit, but a 1 goal lead is very dangerous for the Spirit. So I'm very happy for that second goal.
Caught up to this team. They did miss more players than any other squad due to the Olympics, and they are still missing a
Sorry,
handful.
Houston.
Couple Americans.
But you had most Spirit or not don't have their Olympians out there. Don't have Kelly O'Hara. Don't have
Emily Sonnet.
Emily Sonnet. Don't have any of those players. So
it's caught up to this team.
But there's lots of pieces gone all around the league.
I gotta
so
tell you that
can
I
use
love
that as an excuse, and I'm not saying that he is using
that
that
Helferty
as
has had an
excuse,
opportunity
but
to really.
again,
We're not
the
missing them.
results haven't
We're not missing
come,
the
so you
2
need to blame it
one
on
assumes
somewhere,
highest paid
but
players in
what
the
I
team.
will say with
Yep.
teams around the league,
I was about to say,
is
this referee's not calling. By Paige Nielsen goal wins with 83% of the vote. Probably the correct answer there. I will concede that.
that are stepping up and fighting for the spot. So I wouldn't really
I do not
use
like
that
this.
as they're the only team because there's
This,
lots of players missing
this sound.
from lots
And
of
also
other
this
teams.
corner.
Corner on the way for the dash. Daly takes. Far post.
Oh,
It's a goal
there
for
it is.
Houston.
There's your corner conceded goal.
Yep.
And we have got a game.
Two 2-1, if you'll remember, is our
And
prediction.
I'll say it time and
Yeah.
time
Game.
again in matches
So we have
like
30
this
minutes to
where
be
you
right.
are being
Here in Houston, but it hasn't slowed the players
Humid
down.
evening.
The dash has
They're not
played
there.
well. This is what
Are
they're
they?
used
I
to
don't think they
training in, and
No, they're not.
Washington,
No.
obviously, a fairly humid city as well.
The classic calling from the booth. You can tell too. There's some calls some things they've said have been like, oh, that's not what happened there.
So let's start saying that we'll start saying here also when we talk about. Disregard the background. Ted and I are actually right next to each other in the booth. Oh yeah, Riss, we got stickers. RFKRefugees.com. I don't know if it's /store, but we got merch. We got scarves and stickers, and hopefully we'll have green sauce T-shirts with my face on them at some point. Let's see.
Just plain mustard?
Yep.
I will do everything in my power to to prevent that, which is probably I don't have that much power here. So
Ted we'll do a short run green sauce shirt for me and a red sauce or a no sauce shirt.
Classic pupusas. Just give us some classic like with the sauce and everything. So
I had a pupusa this week and there was no green sauce there, and I used red sauce, and I was
We're
like,
talking about mustard, you guys. If you're a long distance
we've
runner,
already got one
try
pre-order
it.
here. 81st minute. Sorry for not getting too much into the game.
82nd minute.
82nd minute.
Hot dog.
All right, nerd.
Here's a set piece for the Washington
I always
Spirit,
it bugs me. It bugs me. I'm like, no. You can't have a 0th minute. When it's 0, it's the first minute. So you got to go up one. That's how it works.
Yeah, we're gonna
Quite on target.
we're gonna do a pupusa eating stream on a random Wednesday. Keep the viewer numbers up.
Perhaps a run
Make
here from
some.
Alozi.
Make some.
Finds Gamera Stevens.
I need a
Nice
good place.
spin.
I need a good place
Great turn.
in Richmond. Actually, I can't. I haven't.
A long ball.
I think there's one I've been to that's pretty good.
Using
But
the shoulder, perhaps looking for a bam.
Oh.
And a goal for
Wow.
her hometown squad.
A bam equalizes.
that was some bad. That was
The
That was bad
development
defending.
player
Also,
from
I said I
Houston
wanted her
in
to have a
her
game.
first
I did
match
not
with
mean
the
that.
dash. Ties this game up in the 83rd minute.
And I believe it's Gomera
I wanna see a
Stevens
replay
with the
here, but that was
turn
not.
in the field.
ideal.
Brilliant. Takes on 3 players.
I'm not liking this.
Crosses the sand, looking
Ted's
for
a bad vibe. He's got a very high intensity bad vibe detector.
Back. And a throw on the way for the Spirit.
The big satellite dish on the roof detects bad vibes.
Yes. Right now it's
It's not throbbing.
It's
that one.
Substitution.
all right, we got a Yokoyama coming. Good sub right here, I think. We got 2 subs coming in.
Bogalski come in.
Bogalski coming.
Cameron Bogalski was a favorite of the previous regime, so we'll see what that. Not gotten a lot of play time so far.
Yokoyama coming in.
The bench here.
Yokoyama coming in for Sanchez. So it appears based on that Evergy's podcast special post-game show, Spirit finishing 2-2 against the Houston Dash. A little bit of a disappointing, maybe a result we would have taken. We would have been fine with beginning of the game. A little disappointing coming out of this, considering the Spirit were up to 2-0 off goals from Paige Nielsen and Tori Huster. 2 very, very nice goals. John, give me your thoughts real quick. Disappointing, I think, is the way to say it. I think we had some people in the chat come in. I think Gum is Not Food says after the week they had, I'm proud of this team. By the way, call in with your thoughts, 202-709-8441. I think that's what we got to say. It's rough week for the Spirit and disappointing. They couldn't hold it on, but also considering the week they've had, I think we saw the team say, I think the team's going to be okay. I think is what I got from this game. I think they'll be all right.
We would have liked to see a win, and maybe you'd expect it if all things were normal, if everything was, they didn't have one of the weirder weeks in a recorded human history, at least in professional soccer. But I think also coming out 2-0 ahead, you'd also maybe expect a win. But if the worst case scenario was a draw, particularly after the form that they've been in, I think you got to be overall pretty excited about it. No injuries. You only had Rodman for 45 minutes. Ashley Hatch, sort of a non-factor for the most part. Ashley Sanchez really only came on in the last 45 minutes. So
yeah, she had some good moments. I thought Trinity Rodman did bring. She had a couple moments. She should have maybe finished, and maybe this is a game. I think she could have put it 3-0, and I think that would have been a game. Or maybe it was at 2-1. I can't remember. I know she had one particular moment where I thought she could have buried it. And made this and finished the game off for the Spirit. But I think that's what we got. We got to realize this is a very talented team. It's a very young team. So I think it is something that we need to. I think it is something that we need to just be aware of, that this has been the story all season. I'd be curious to look how many times this team has dropped points from winning positions, because it's probably been a lot. And where that would put them if they were able to hold on to those. So
for the chat, we have just started a scarf raffle. So if you're in the chat, you're watching, just I think you have to put !Spirit to enter, and then one of you guys will get a free scarf.
Do we do the international shipping if Pilar wins?
You know what? Sure. Yes. we'll take the big L for the cost perspective. That's all right.
For the God. Yep. But yeah, definitely get that in the chat. Get that in the chat.
We're looking to be able to carry the post game live. We'll figure out how that happens when they go live. It's usually 10 minutes, 15 minutes after final whistle. So we'll see how it goes. Any players, any players that stood out to you? Obviously, you got your goal scorers, but yeah. Is it just one of them?
Really, it's Mickey Owen. I thought Mickey Owen looked very, very lively. She generates the off the pressure, generates the chance, the big chance, the opportunity that leads to the corner kick that leads to the goal. I thought defensively, I think the team definitely fell apart there towards the end. Those were 2 goals that you expect maybe a little bit better. So we'll be curious to see when Sonnet and O'Hara are back. What if that maybe tightens up a little bit?
If you'll remember, Staub started the season on the bench. Did not play until probably the 5th or 6th game. Emily Sonnet was the center back partner of choice for. Also, Paige was hurt, so there was actually a lot of injuries on. I'm not sure what the pairings ever looked like, but Sonnet probably is likely to slot back in right into the lineup probably.
Yeah. Andy Sullivan, I thought, also looked very solid as well. Had another really solid game. I don't think there's anything. She did a lot sort of in the middle of the field, back on the press. But yeah, other than that, but yeah.
Do you think that you basically said the investigation needs to happen, and if it's found true, he needs to be let go. Otherwise, we need to see a change in ownership. Are you happy with what's happened so far from an ownership perspective? Granted, we don't know, right? Well, we're reading tea leaves on the outside, but
I mean, honestly, not really thrilled with ownership. And I, like you guys said, the front office team, they don't have a whole lot of a choice in what does and what doesn't happen. I think the whole health issues thing was really something that came from higher ups, and they didn't really get a decision in the matter. And I think that is not really okay. But I think that they're doing what they're doing to save their butts and not really thinking about everybody else in the situation as far as front office goes and players go. I think they're just trying to save their own asses.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. Thanks, Riss.
Thanks, Riss.
Thanks.
We've got some comments here in the chat.
Yeah.
Striker Ace upset that the team is not playing a full 90. I think that's true. They didn't this week. They haven't here in a couple games. There's lots of reasons. I mean, this week there's more excuses than there have been the previous 3 weeks. But clearly this is a tight table. I think you said before the game that if they won, they were going to be in second.
And obviously right now, I think you gotta operate under the assumption. I mean, this is still a very young team. I mean, you look at players like Ashley Sanchez and Trinity Rodman are still very young players coming into this. Ashley Hatch is still only at least a first or second year pro. I forget when she was drafted.
Who's that?
Sorry, Ashley Hatch.
She's about 4 years in, I think.
Yeah, looks like we got Audrey Bledsoe and Paige Nielsen coming up on the post game.
That is our hope. That is our hope. Let me thank the those of you who stuck around with us since the beginning here. So we started at 8 o'clock. It's now 11 o'clock. Ted and I are tired. Thank you guys all for sticking around. At the risk of not selling enough, we're going to have a post game show on Sunday night for the DC United game, because that's what we do now. We have post game shows with live call-ins. We have a show every Monday night here on Twitch at 8:30. Make sure that you are following us or subscribing to us and any one of those things. Thank you guys all so much for sort of doing this, joining us on our first attempt to do this kind of thing. I wish there were more Twitch games and we could do this again.
Yeah.
This is the only one. So hopefully next year they have a similar setup and we can do this again. Since we don't have that, folks, please join us on our live shows. Join us on our post-game shows. There's an opportunity for us to engage, and I think our shows are better when all of you are a part of it.
Yeah, and if you guys like this, just because we got no Twitch, we'll do live post games with the Spirit, and we'll do the press and everything. So yeah, definitely want to get involved in that. Thank you guys so much for joining the show. Like I said, join us on Sunday, join us on our live show on Monday. Check out our podcast. We'll have interviews. I'm gonna get back on the horse with that. I was trying to prep for this, so we'll get back on the horse with more previews. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you guys Sunday. Vamos.